Hey, mommy, let's get. I'm gonna keep down the talking. Me a record video and me a go audio here. So I'm gonna walk through here so to come. Me go the record video here. Check. Microphone testing. Yes, Janet, that's fine. I am trying to get the stream sorted out now. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Welcome everyone. I want to welcome you to our digital evangelism workshop. This wonderful day of September 25, 2022. Now, forgive the quality stream. We're still working out some of the kinks. However, as weather and internet permits, it should get better. So the theme for our workshop today is do not be afraid. And let us just have a word of prayer. All right, some of you will be joining early, some of you will be joining late. Welcome everyone. But please do not be shy in the comment section. Ask questions if you need to ask questions. Make comments, etc. Still working on some of the kinks. However, as weather and internet permits, it should get better. All right, let's have a word of prayer. The theme for our workshop today is let's bow our heads. Father God, please look down on this workshop this morning where we will be talking about progress in your kingdom by learning valuable skills, Almighty God. Ask questions if you need to ask questions. Make comments, etc. Help us today, O God, as we learn these skills that we may apply them in our daily lives, whether it is in our business or in our evangelistic outreach, Lord, that we will be blessed by what we learn today. Okay, everyone, we're about to start now. Let's have a word of prayer. Our workshop today is just bow our heads. Father God, I'm having power fluctuations. That is why you're hearing that beeping sound in the background, and it won't last very long. But we will continue, and I hope it is not too distracting. The theme of our workshop is "Do not be afraid." I understand that a lot of people that will be coming on are technophobes, meaning that we are afraid of technology. A lot of the young folks do not even know what it means to be afraid of technology, but a lot of the more mature folks kind of have a very good idea of what I'm saying. You're afraid of computers, you're afraid of the internet, you're afraid of the softwares that you have to come in contact with. But I just want to rest your minds. Fear comes from the unknown. And what we will do in this workshop is dispel some of the unknown and teach you how to do things that you never dreamed possible, not only in a manner, where you will be able to manipulate technology. Open the door. Not only in a manner where you'll be able to manipulate technology, but you'll be able to find a lot of these things that we're going to be talking about for free. And I know once I say free, that already has dispelled some of the fear, because it seems as if you have to pay for everything. And when you go online and you look at the prices for something, it's just ridiculous. There's also a barrier that where a lot of people are reluctant to use technology, especially the internet, because they have to use things like credit card or digital payment. And we are not very trustworthy as Caribbean people in terms of trusting the digital wallet and credit card systems. And rightfully so. There are a lot of dangers out there. Now let us just explore a little bit of some of the things that we're going to be talking about. So we're going to be talking about how to create WhatsApp and Facebook posts that are effective for not only digital evangelism, but for general purpose promotions and marketing. Now, this workshop is done in collaboration with ASI Adventist Lips Services and Industries, North Jamaica Conference, and that is for those of you who don't know, that is our business and entrepreneurship arm of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So this will come in very handy for those people who are business and entrepreneurship minded. This will be a big help to those people as well, because our motto is Christ, sharing Christ in the marketplace, and we ought to promote Christ as much as we promote our own businesses, because he is the one who gives us the wherewithal, the blessings to create businesses that are profitable, and the knowledge and skills to do things like these to reach people. So we ought to use our skills to reach others as well, and to show Christ in the marketplace as well. Okay, just another little favor. When you come into the chat, most of you will get the YouTube link. When you come into the chat, please just drop a line where you are. If you find that there are any issues, whether the sound drops out Doesn't matter, any little issue, you can share it in the chat, in the YouTube comment section, and I will see it come up on my screen here. And it is good because feedback is key to making better products all the time. So even live feedback is better. So when you give me the live feedback, I can watch and I can monitor and I can adjust as we go along to put out a better stream or a better product. All right. Now this workshop will be running for most of the day. So if you log into the stream and you don't see anything, possibly we are having technical difficulties because we still have suffering from the effects of a tropical storm. But you can always rewind the feed because it will be stored on YouTube. And you can always just go back into the feed or into the video and see what you would have missed. All right. And not to worry, this is the first of many workshops. So I'll be posting workshops like this, following them. And oh yes, also this is a workshop, which means that you're going to do some form of work, assignment, etc. But we will cross that bridge when we reach it. Now I just want to talk to you a little bit about using the internet for promotion, social media, etc. When we say social media, most people instinctively their mind runs towards TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. Now, one of the first things that you do before you even start, right? You do an assessment of your message. So you assess your message first and foremost, right? And then you decide what medium to use. All right, so in assessing your message, you're going to look at certain key things. One, who is your audience? What platform are you going to use? All right, so you want to look at your audience first and foremost. Who am I going to reach? And where are they and how can I reach them and on what platform? Where are they hiding out there? So it is very good to do some research before you even go forward. Find out the kind of people that watch YouTube, the age group, etc. Kind of people that use Facebook, the kind of people that use TikTok, kind of people that use Instagram, kind of people that are more likely to use WhatsApp. And you're going to find the most effective medium. So the most effective medium meaning that if you find that if you have a certain age group that you want to reach, say you want to reach young people, you know that the most effective way to reach young people today is on TikTok because TikTok is the hot new thing. Last week it was Instagram, but now it's TikTok. So as you sit here, you watch your hair just growing gray because every day is a new thing. Next week is going to be another one. Then you're going to look at the pros and cons of each medium. All right, so what are the pros and cons of each medium? Do they have video restrictions? Do they have algorithms that block certain posts? What is the type of sizes that they use, etc.? Those are some of the things that you have to think about. Now, just off the top of my head, let us look like some of the pros and cons of, say, Instagram. Instagram is photo based, right? And that is a pro because a lot of people who post things are not really going hard into video content. They are posting photos mostly because a photo is easier to post. You snap it and you upload it, and that's it. And it's easily accessible by your phone. All of the mediums we spoke about are easily accessible on mobile phone. So that is one of the general pros. So you can reach a lot of people instantly with your messages. Now WhatsApp is even greater because if you want to reach a phone audience, WhatsApp is already on everybody's phone standard. So sending out WhatsApp posts, especially in a status, you're almost certain to get like your message across, especially if you have groups. But there are some cons to these as well. Sometimes the algorithms change every day, and unless you're keeping track of it, your video may not be accepted, or it may be booted off, or it may just be not prioritized on the feed of the main audience because they do block videos. So the artificial intelligence watches what the person likes to look at and show them mostly stuff that relates to what they look at. Your content may not be in their category, so it may not show it. Now that's it for pros and cons. Now there are also little tips that you have to look out for, like how do I manipulate the system? Now to get your post to a wider audience, little features like hashtags, especially in Instagram or Twitter, help to open up a wider audience to your group than just a little sentence post. And a lot of people find typing a lot of hashtags annoying, but they do help. But you do not just type hashtags willy-nilly. It's good to do a research as to the trending hashtags and add that to it. So like for instance, if you realize that when you type the word puppy, you see like 3 million puppy posts. And if you type the word cat, you see like 1 million cat posts. Naturally, you're going to add hashtag puppy to your stream so that in addition to your customized hashtag, you will also reach all these puppy users. It will show up on their feed as well. Now, another tip is when it comes to posts, video is king. People will scroll right through photos because photos are always on the feed. And you're scrolling, you're not really digesting a photo unless it's shocking. But video, stop seeing your tracks because the mere fact that it's moving or animation, people stop and watch animation. And people can testify that when they create more animated posts or animated content, they get a lot more feedback. And some people like to look at the comments and the likes, but sometimes it's the views that matter. Sometimes a picture will get a lot of comments and a lot of likes, but a video will get more views. A video you utilizing the same picture will get more views than than likes or comments. Simply because people are curious, naturally curious, and once they see something move, they are going to immediately stop, watch. Now let us do a little recap. I will occasionally do little recaps as we go through. So we started out by saying, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of technology. Embrace technology, because that is the world that we live in now. And we have gone through a serious pandemic where we are forced to use technology to do stuff. So may as well we embrace technology and use it to the best of our ability to reach our communication goals. Now, with our communication goals, we assess our message and we assess the audience and our platform. Can our audience is where who is our audience and where are they located? And what is the most effective means to catch the audience? And that means researching the platform, whether it's be TikTok, WhatsApp, Facebook, etc., YouTube, to see who the audience is and how we can reach them most effectively and craft a message for them. As I said before, there are a lot of pros and cons. Explore the pros and cons of all the platforms. It's a simple Google search, pros and cons of TikTok, pros and cons of Instagram, etc. And you will find, you'll get even a lot more information that you would have bargained for. Now, why are we doing all of this? We live in a digital age, and we are catering to digital natives. A lot of the young people born during this time, Generation X, Y, etc., they are digital natives. So they gravitate towards the technology, the phones, etc., computers also. Almost everybody has a smartphone. Almost everybody has a social media account. It's a good and a bad thing, but we try to exploit the good parts of it. The fact that everybody has a smartphone means that you can get your message to people literally in the palm of their hands. You don't have to pay dollars for billboards, dollars for ads on TV, when you can send messages directly to phone. You can send via text, you can send via pictures, images, etc. And as you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A video is worth 10,000 words. So when you have that unique, intimate access, there's a lot that you can do in terms of the messages that you want to put out, right? So we are going to be taking a break very soon, and then we'll be resuming again. We're going to take like 20-minute breaks, and then we'll resume. The purpose of the break is to check our technology to ensure that everything is still going all right. And if anything like an internet blackout or something, or power cut, especially now since there's a tropical storm affecting the area, we can remedy a lot of these things and adapt to it. So whatever time you are able to join, you can always just rewind this video and you will see You will see what you have missed. And as we go through the day, we'll be generally just rinsing and repeating what we'll be doing. Speaking about speaking about the speaking about the different aspect of using digital evangelism tools, etc. And also we'll also be doing, as I said before, it's a workshop. So we'll be working, I'll be demonstrating some of the tools that we use to create basic posts. So we're not going to be digging really deep. We want to start simple, move to complicated. And as I go through, I'll be explaining what I'll be doing, and you follow along with your own um, practice or assignment, and you use it and you do an evaluation as to the feedback you get from it. All right, so let us take a break. So we will resume in exactly 20 minutes. I'm trying to get the stream sorted out now. Okay, everyone. So what you're seeing on the screen is a case study. Now, what you're looking at is a WhatsApp post that was created using free, everything on that was free, and that was created to spread a specific message.
Why should the sons and daughters of God be reluctant to pray, when prayer is the key in the hand of faith to unlock heaven's storehouse, where exist the treasures of the boundless resources of omnipotence?
Okay, so brothers and sisters, I don't know how many of you are students of LNG White, are a strict student, but that was an LNG
Okay,
White
everyone.
comment.
So what you're seeing on the screen is a case study.
All right, so that was an LNG White quote. I was inspired to share the quote, and there are three elements at play right here, if you notice. So we have picture, we have audio, and it's shared as a video, right? So right away, I'm hitting all the check boxes for a successful media post, or a successful evangelism post, or promotion post. So this is suitable for Facebook, for Instagram. Well, as you can see, the format is a one by one format or square format. This was perfect for Instagram, right? And it's easily shareable. It can work on your WhatsApp status as well as you can share it in a WhatsApp group. And I'll just go through some of the tools that I use to create this particular post, right? So the first tool I use is pexels.com. All right, so pexels.com is the first tool I use, and that is my go-to when I want free images. You can visit it. I'm going to visit it now to show you what's happening with it. You don't have to be tied to pexels either. You can search royalty-free images online, and you will be able to get a lot of not only images, also video, stock images and video that are free. Once you go on Pixels, it's just simply searching for the image that you want. So I just search for cat image. All right, so let me just give you a quick internet lesson on images. Now, remember when we spoke about assessing your audience and assessing your message to make it more effective for the audience? This is what we're talking about, right? Now, depending on who your audience is, you want to reach little old ladies, cats will definitely work. If you want to reach young people, you may want to use more edgy images, etc. Food images always stop people in their tracks. But merging the right picture with the right message is key. Always use images that are relevant to what you're talking about. So in our previous, and you can rewind, in our previous WhatsApp post, you notice that the bread basket was relevant to the message because it talks about unlocking heaven's storehouse. So we use something that people are very familiar with in the Christian community, which is bread. Bread is a form of blessing, food. Heaven, blessings coming out. Some people see blessings as food. We could have used something like a waterfall or rain falling or a person holding up their hands, you name it. But the point is, we use we use images that effectively tell the story of the post that we want. So we find a free image, which is pexels.com, and we search for the best royalty free image. Or when I say royalty free, means that you can use it without paying for it. A lot of the images you can use to do business stuff and you won't be charged for it. Some images that you have to pay for it. If you are using it for business purposes, you have to pay for it. And we must always endeavor, when we can, if we are able and can avoid it, we buy images, right? Because remember, there are content creators out there like you who use these to make a living, right? And we must be careful of the content that we take off the internet. Not because we can freely access it on the internet does not mean that it is free. We have to check what kind of license, and I don't have the time to get into the license and the Creative Commons and so forth. But we need to check out, we need to have a habit of, before we use any content on the internet, find out if we have permissions to use it and what kind of permissions we have. It will save you a lot of embarrassment in the future. Trust me on that. So we have our picture check. we have our audio. We found the audio at a website that specializes in quotes. So we grab the quote and we added audio, and of course the audio, the added bonus was when we saved it, it was saved as a video file. So we got a 3-in-1 deal. We were able to get a good picture, get good audio. Now I want to introduce you to a voice, text-to-voice application online that you can use to create audio. So if you don't have the luxury of hiring a voice to do your ads, etc., Speak.ai is very good. And Speak.ai is a artificial intelligence site that converts text to speech, right? All right, so we're looking at Speak.ai, and I'm going to share the screen just to give you a demonstration of how it works. And everyone, if you notice that when I speak, you see the images come up a little while after. There is a lag in the bandwidth, so it may lag a little bit, but just be patient. It will come. I'll try my best to keep as synchronized as possible. All right, so Speak.ai. So this is the site. You type your text here. So I am typing, I am a cat. So I am going to download a cat photo. I'm going to find a nice cat quote, right? So I'm just going to just grab a cat quote. So it's as simple as copying the text from that, paste it into the text box. Once you paste it into the text box, All right, it may take a little while to pop up, but it's coming down the pipeline. All right, so now the text is there, a nice paragraph or a small paragraph of text. So let's go further into the magic. So the next step now is to generate the voice with this. And you can choose a voice of your choosing, a voice that you like. So you can use a US male voice, US female voice, or UK male voice, female voice, etc. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of choices with free text to speech. To get real variety, you have to buy an actual text to speech software. So you go through the motions and then you click on generate. Now it generates an audio version of your text here. And once you have your audio, you can test it and listen to
Cats
it.
can work out mathematically the exact place to sit that will cause the most inconvenience. Pam
So I
Brown.
have an audio file now for my quote. And I'm just going to download my audio file. So just to recap, we looked at our Instagram, our WhatsApp post, and we identified the fact that it was a video with text and audio. So we found our picture at pexels.com. We created our audio file at speak.ai. So we have downloaded our audio file. So how do we put everything together, especially if we are not savvy video editors? So picture yourself, you just got your smartphone. You're still wrestling with it. All right, so you're still wrestling with your smartphone, you're still wrestling with your smartphone, trying to figure out this crazy technology, right? Or your laptop, your new laptop, and your grandkids aren't helping you at all. So how do you, in effect, edit video? So the next software that we're going to introduce you to. So remember, we have Speak.ai and we have Pexels for free pictures, Speak for audio, free audio, that you can just type a paragraph in Bible verse, you name it, some form of copy, So the next thing we're going to look at is headliner. All right, so just a recap. So we looked at our WhatsApp video that we showed previously, and pexels.com is where we found our pictures that we wanted to use. And I went ahead and downloaded some cat pictures from my next project. I found some funny cat quotes from my project at Speak.ai, not at Speak.ai, but I created the audio using Speak.ai, downloaded the audio. So now I'm at the place where I'm going to put audio and picture together to create a nice Instagram or WhatsApp post. All right. All right. So you notice our first thing that we looked at. Let me just recap quickly. Why digital evangelism? This is the time for it. Most people are now digital natives, or most people are familiar with digital technology. So, and most people are online, especially on devices. So, it is one of the best ways to reach people. Whether you're doing evangelism or business, one of the best ways to reach people, because you literally have a billboard in the palm of your hands. So, we looked at our communication goals. What are your communication goals? Who is your audience? Where are your audience? What platform are they mostly on? Right? So, who is your audience and what platform are they on? And we identified a couple different platforms that they could possibly on: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And as I said before we run ahead and just do stuff, we try to find the most effective medium, which one will best work for your message, and we identify the pros and the cons, and we're looking at accessibility, ease of use. We look at algorithms. Will the algorithms bump your posts or ban your posts? And we looked at our case study with our Instagram, with our WhatsApp message posts, and we broke it down. So now we are at Headliner, that app, and that is what we're going to use to put together our posts. All right. All right. So when you do a Google search, you will get to this nice software called Headliner.app, right? I'll attempt to put the link in the comments. All right, so this is what you will encounter when you visit the headliner.app site. Now, just to note, headliner.app is a nice application to promote podcasts. So if you have a podcast, you want to start your own little radio program, headliner, you can use several applications to create your podcast with your recording. You can create a podcast with your phone, but this is good to promote your podcast. Put a picture with your voice. So if you want people to see your picture while you're sharing your message or quote or whatever, you can do just that. And if you search on my channel, you will find an intro video that I did to a course with a cartoon version of myself and audio that I did with my voice. So the headliner that app is where you go to nice up, as we say in Jamaica, nice up your. So we have our, so let's check out, we have our free picture, we have our audio. So now we're going to go the rest of the journey and put them together for an effective media post, our social media post. So it says automatically turn your podcast into shareable videos. You just go and click started now. Now remember one of our, what we started with, do not be afraid, right? A lot of these, it's good to have also an account with Headliner. You can use your Google to sign in, just makes things a lot easier. Remember, one of the things we are doing here is dispelling fear. The internet is very intuitive, especially easy for people who read and search. So there's a rule of thumb that you should be able to find whatever you're looking for in 3 clicks for the website to be effective. So a lot of these websites, they go bend over backwards to make things as simple for you as possible. So now we are here in our dashboard, and what we are creating is called an audiogram, right? So we're going to create a manual audiogram, and it gives you paid and free options. So free option, you can get up to 10 minutes. Full length episodes you have to pay for, right? So we go to upload because we already have a audio file, sorry. And the audio file is MP3, WAV, M4A, etc. The MP3, WAV, M4A, do not make that scare you as well. Those are just audio formats. Your phone generally records audio in MP3 or M4A or WAV, right? Now these are just what the phone stores the audio file as. It's like a container that stores your audio information, right? Not complex at all. But the one that we downloaded is straightforward. It's an MP3 format. So we go to choose file and we find our downloaded file and we upload the file. So here comes our file and it shows the WAV file. When I say WAV file, it shows the sound file with the different waves and so forth. This is what you'd call like an equalizer, right? That shows the waveform of the form of the file or the audio, shows the loud parts and the soft parts. The flat parts are actually silence or pauses, right? You can also edit your file, so you can cut off a piece of the front or the back, right? Editing a little bit more tedious, but it's something that you have to really get into, like sit and spend some time with it. But the more time you spend with it, the more you get the hang of it. So let's say, for argument's sake, just you were recording your nice voice and somebody interrupted, and your phone rang or something. You want to get the phone ring out of it. You go back into this sequence here or timeline, and you find that instance where the phone rang and you had to answer it, and you can cut that out so you get a perfect audio out. Sometimes it's necessary to get a perfect audio out, sometimes it's not necessary. So we click next. Now this is where we choose our image now. Remember the case study, we had the bread. Now we're going to do a cat. So this is where we choose our image. And this is where the platform comes in, right? So if I'm doing some for Facebook, I will choose this landscape image here for YouTube and Facebook. If I'm doing something square, it's for Instagram and Facebook. And if you're going to do some for portrait for TikTok, you choose this long one. So you can choose anyone you like. So let us say we're going to do something for Instagram, all right? So we're going to pick, all right, let's say we're going to choose something for TikTok. So we pick our portrait size, and then we click next. So we're going to choose our image, upload our image. So here we have our cat, and you can resize your image to fill the screen or not if you want, right? For the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to fill the screen. Now, if you notice, there's another element here with your cat. It's your waveform generator. So I'm going to change the color so you can see it better. So what is going to happen is, when this video is playing, it's going to generate a waveform, and it's going to add a little buzz to our picture, a little eye-catching buzz to our picture, right? We can use different waveforms. We can use traditional waveforms, you name it, right? So these are traditional waveforms going up like that more people are familiar with. And you can shift it and resize. Let's say we're going to use this. So as I say, this adds a little buzz to the picture, because anything that is moving on your video, the eye will gravitate towards it, all right? I'm sure a lot of you would have seen like waveforms like these on YouTube when music is playing, or like this. And of course, you can change the colors. The more you experiment, the more you learn. Here's another type. So let me just stick with this nice one here. Particularly like this round one. I can do a progress bar as well. So as long as the video is, whoever is watching it will get an idea of the timing of the video. Now another pro tip, try to keep your videos Hi Janet, seeing you there Janet. Thank you for responding. Oh guys, remember you can respond. Give me feedback as we are going live now. Any issues with the feed or audio, you can just tell me here and I will see it in my chat and I can respond to you instantly as well. So one of our pro tips for this is keep your project within 30 seconds. All right, so the pro tip is keep your video within 30 seconds. People have a very short attention span. And if they see something long, they're going to just drone out and keep scrolling. The thumbs are going to move. And next thing you know, you have lost your audience. So that is why we have a nice mix of picture and audio to hold your audience for 30 seconds. And that message will go through in 30 seconds. All right. And then we are at our create state. So we create. So now it says we are creating our video. See how easy that was, guys? So it's uploading the audio, generating the waveform, uploading the imagery, setting up your project. And we are loading your project. So here you have our project now. And it gives you a preview.
Cats can work out mathematically the exact place to sit that will cause the most
So it
inconvenience.
has the video,
Ham
the
Brown.
picture, and the audio combined into a video. So the next thing we're going to do now is to download our video. So we go to export my video. So we look at the frame rate. The frame rate is 24 frames per second. The quality is high. I'm going to put it to a medium quality because I don't want it to be very big, because I want it to be able to share it on any smaller the file size, the better. Which brings us to another pro tip. Small file sizes are best. So first pro tip, keep your video to 30 seconds. Second pro tip, small file sizes are best. Smaller the file size, it's easier for you to upload because, for instance, WhatsApp, if you put it over a certain size, it's just going to tell you that it's not going to put it up. Some social media platform like Telegram can accommodate big file sizes. Instagram can accommodate big file sizes as well. But it was make sense doing your work and you cannot upload it afterwards because the file is too big. Because remember, it has to go to a phone. Phones have unlimited storage, and you do not. Since you have come all this way of making these nice social media WhatsApp posts, you do not want to be that person that burdens down someone's phone with all sort of posts. You want to be that person that has a nice small post so when they see it, they don't delete it instantly and they don't have to worry about their phone not having enough storage. Because one of the things that full up your phone is your WhatsApp post. If you look on your pictures, you see hundreds of pictures in there. A lot of them people are sharing WhatsApp in group everywhere and come straight to your phone. And a lot of those pictures are just huge because they are sharing what have been shared with them. And usually what has been shared with them has not been doctored to make it smaller. All right, so now we are generating the video, and as soon as it is ready, now these are some examples of podcasts, bigger podcasts that you will see, and you can get inspiration from these as well, where they show the
A
album
warm
cover.
welcome
So
to the podcast on
this is good for
technology and the future
musicians
of
as well,
humanity, Kim.
especially if you want to
Thanks,
promote an
Arnie. It's
album.
great to be here.
You
I
put
mean,
on
I
your
know that
album cover,
although you started in
and you
medical
put your
sciences
audio or
and
a
you have
track
a
or
background
part
in
of the track,
biological chemistry and so on,
and you can
that
upload it
you've
to
been
YouTube with
really
your
in the
picture,
world of
customized picture.
entrepreneurship and consulting for
So
several
it's
years. But I want to
very
ask you to kind of
useful
put your
tool
science hat
to
on
promote any
and
kind
talk
of
to us a
audio.
little bit about what's happening in terms of where science meets entrepreneurship. In particular, let's talk a little bit about synthetic
Alright,
biology,
guys, we're
which
gonna
is
come
kind
up
of,
on our
where
break soon.
you have genetic engineering, things like CRISPR, digitization to some extent, because synthetic biology has made such a lot of innovative leaps and bounds in recent years. I mean, how much of this is entering the entrepreneurship world, entering the kind of companies that you're looking at? And what would you consider to be the most exciting developments in this field?
She's in REM, and everything seems to be going well.
Alright, so we get the
Brain
warning that
activity is
our
a little
video will be ready
high,
soon.
but well within
So
tolerances.
guys, I hope
It
you
could
are
just be an
getting the
indication
gist
of an
of
active mind,
how
or a vivid
easy
dreamer.
it is to do,
She
or
is
how
a sound
simple it is
sleeper.
to do.
That much I know. Sometimes I feel
And
like
all
I
the tools
should
we
put a
have been
mirror under
using,
her nose to
they're
make
all
sure
free
she's
tools,
still
so
breathing.
you don't have to pay a cent to do it, right?
What is
All
it?
it takes is a little
Brain activity is
creativity and a little bit
increasing.
of
Is
imagination,
that a
right?
problem?
No, she most likely just got to an exciting part of the simulation.
And once you
Heart rate is increasing as well.
practice,
But this is a
as you hear
skydiving
the
simulator,
term
so
practice
that's to be
makes
expected.
perfect.
Right.
So, how much has Craig told you about all this?
Just the broad strokes.
Well, if you end up
All right,
coming
everyone.
aboard
So we're
formally,
now
there's
on
a lot to
our,
explore beyond
our
that.
second 20-minute break.
Most of it is pretty
And
opaque
if you
to
come in
someone
at
who's
this
not a
time, remember you
scientist.
can always rewind the video to see where we started and catch up. If there's anything at all after watching you are not clear on, put it in the chat.
We thank you all for joining us either
I
live
will
or listening
respond
to
to
us
the
the
chat
very
and
next
the
day as
comment
well. It's been a
sections.
busy week
The
in
comment
sports.
section is
The NFL
live.
season is starting to get into full swing.
So
Some news out of basketball on both men's and women's, and baseball. We're getting into the final
Anything that
hunt
you
for
are not
October as well.
clear
There's a
on,
lot going on.
you
We have
can
plenty to talk
always
about today.
just
I'm once again joined by my co-host Kelsey. And Kelsey, it's been a bit of a rough weekend, especially for you, unfortunately. But we do have a lot of things to talk about and a lot of things looking forward to as well.
Yeah, you'd think both of my teams would have lost this week with the way I've been just feeling pretty down about myself lately. But really, only one of them lost, and it was just so
alright. So when
heartbreaking. I
your
couldn't even
video
have
is
the heart to
ready,
watch
you can just
the
download it
other team
to
play. As
indicate
the
where you
Auburn,
can
Auburn
download
obviously
it.
letting me down big time against
And
Ohio
when you
State.
download it, save it
Didn't
to your
even have
download
the heart
folder
to watch
if you're
the
using
Dallas
Chrome
Cowboys get victory over the Bengals.
or
And that
wherever
was
you
kind
specify
of
your
sad,
download
kind
to
of a
be.
big bummer. Obviously, still kind of a closet Bengals fan. So it's hard to
You
watch the Bengals lose
you
as
can
well,
also share
let
your
alone to the
video.
Cowboys, who they
So
shouldn't
I
lose
can
to right
share it
now.
on
But
Instagram.
yeah, it's been a tough
I
weekend.
can share it on
Sports fan wise,
YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok. So let's say, because I made it TikTok format, let me share it on TikTok.
Johnny
So I'm
Depp,
going
I
to
think
log
he's going
into
to end
my
up with what,
TikTok.
8 million because the judge capped it at 10, and then he technically pays her 2 million because he also lost his lawsuit. So, I mean, whatever, man.
8 million.
You know, just
8
whatever,
million.
man.
8
Why y'all
million.
beating each other up? You should have just broke up and stayed away from each other. Stop it. Y'all stop this now. And
And
I
I'm
don't,
going
you
to
know, and
authorize
I know
Headliner
that I'm
to
kind of
access
being
my TikTok.
jokey about it, but when it comes to abuse in relationships,
So
I
I
know
now
that's a
have TikTok
whole
synced with my
subject that
Headliner
is hard to
platform.
get into and to really
So
just wrap your mind around. But
you
man,
cannot
like
believe how easy
people, you got to know when
this
enough
has
is
been,
enough, man.
right?
Does Amber Heard also have to give Johnny Depp some new bed sheets?
Oh my God, Brian.
So right away we have literally performed the work of a whole team.
I hugged him very
Getting your
tight.
picture
I love
together.
that guy. After that, both of us flopped on my bed and we calmed
You can
ourselves
save our
down.
video download as well
Pretty soon, Mother came
to
and got
share
me, and
elsewhere,
she took
right?
me back to the table. I did not talk
Okay,
to
I thought
Daddy.
my TikTok would have opened,
Also, I did not talk to my baby brother named Ollie.
but clearly it has
He
not.
is just
But
learning
I'm
words,
not worried about
and
that.
all he keeps saying is moo. Mother tried to be nice some more. Are you sure you wouldn't like to be a cheerleader, Junie B? She said. I know you couldn't jump up and down on your sore toe, but you could still yell and shout for your team.
All right, so let me just open TikTok because I downloaded my video as well. Okay, so you're still following. We are just going to do a quick recap of all the steps that we went through. And I invite you to rewind the video to see the demonstrations, right? So we started out by saying, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of the technology. Do not be afraid of the cost, etc. Because we're going to do this free as possible, right? Do not be afraid of the internet because everything is literally laid out for you step by step for you to do. Some of us are afraid of stuff because we have never ventured into them. We have a fear of the unknown. What we do not know, we fear. And because we fear it, we are reluctant to try new things. But sometimes we need to just venture out into the unknown and do certain things. Of course, I am David Martin, your instructor for today. School Tools Visual and Interactive Design in association with ASI North Jamaica Conference. One of the first things we do before we do anything, we assess our message or our identify our communication goals, which is who are we planning to reach and where are they? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram? And a simple Google search will tell you the audience that you're looking for and where they are. So every single one of the platform um, caters to a different age group of users or age range of users. TikTok is very young, teens, preteens, etc. Instagram used to be the hot thing, it was mostly young adults. YouTube, a lot of teens and preteens. Facebook is now old people thing. So if you want to reach a more mature audience, Facebook is where you go. So a quick search can help you to iron out your communication goals. Because the whole point of assessing your goals is to create effective messages, whether for evangelism or promotion. So if you're selling a certain kind of product that's for kids, you will go the TikTok route. If it's for young adults, you will go the Instagram route, right? Just to show that research is everything. Research, and then each platform has different pros and cons, the sizes, how much length video you can upload, etc. How much seconds video. And one of our pro tips is to create one of our pro tips is actually to create videos that fit into the platform perfectly so that you do not have any issues like smaller videos always get uploaded quickly and they don't burn down the devices that they're on, so people will be happy to interact with your content. And we went through some sites that we're going to use. The first one would have been Pexels, where we get free images, and you can search it for yourself, not only for this class, but you can use free images in anything. And the free images are high quality images, so you can use them in your projects, etc. You can also search for free images and videos that you need to do your productions. So we have a combination of pictures and audio, and both of them come together, as in the demonstration with the WhatsApp post, to be a video. So where do we get audio? If you rewind, you will see we use Speak.ai is an artificial intelligent text-to-speech generator. We type in a paragraph of text and it converts it to speech, and you can use it for a number of things, not just, you can do ads, 30-second ads, you can do long readings, you name it, whatever you want. And you use that text-to-speech software to create the audio for your video, and the audio will enhance your video. Enhance that little picture that you have and make people scroll and stop. Because the whole point is to have people stop in their tracks while they're scrolling that endless scrolling feed. They will be able to pause and see your message. So that is the whole idea. Then the next dilemma we had, how do we put them together? We use Headliner, that app, to put our audio and video together. It's a podcast promotion application that is online that enables you to put your pictures along with your audio, and you can share it, upload it, or download it for further use. So we were at the point of sharing, where I had demonstrated or you could share to TikTok, but it didn't go all the way through. So we are gonna do another method. All right. So I've downloaded my video and I'm now going to upload it to TikTok. All right, so here is my video file.
Mathematically, the exact place to sit that will cause the most inconvenience.
Hopefully you can
Pam
hear.
Brown.
So the audio is on this.
Cats can work out mathematically
what the
the
output
exact
will look
place
like.
to sit that will
So it
cause the
has
most
this nice waveform
inconvenience.
with this cat.
Pam Brown.
So you're scrolling through your feed and you see this cat. You want to know what this cat is saying.
Cats can work out mathematically the exact place to sit that will cause the most inconvenience.
And if
Pam
you
Brown.
notice the orientation, it is like your phone. This is like a TikTok screen. So we use the TikTok format when we were doing this because the media we're going to use is TikTok. Right?
Cats can work out mathematically the exact place to sit that will cause the most inconvenience. Pam Brown.
All right, so we're about to come up on our 20-minute break. Remember, any questions? Ask questions in the comment section. All right, so ask questions in your comment section and I will answer the question. Anything you're not clear on, I can repeat it. So before we go on the break, we just look at some pro tips. Keep your project within 30 seconds. Small file sizes are best. Ask questions in the comment section and I can answer them live as well. I can address them immediately as well. So we go throughout the day up until about 2 o'clock. But you can always invite anyone on at any time and they can watch the feed. And as we go throughout, we are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties. Hence the many breaks, 20 minutes break, because we have overcast weather and it does affect like internet, power fluctuations, etc. All right, now, so I'm going to share my screen. So this is my that I have logged into. And if you notice, TikTok format is the same as my TikTok format is the same as my my video. So I just go to upload. And you notice here is the window for the TikTok. Select video to upload. You can drag and drop or select a file. I have already downloaded my file because it didn't share it to TikTok. So the next option for me was to download the file, right? You see, when you're doing these things, guys, critical thinking is key. Problem solving is key. Media and content creation stretches your problem solving abilities because you're going to run into issues and you have to address them immediately. And the fact that you're dealing with the internet, one of the best things is that you can easily do a Google search, do a tutorial search to find out what you're doing wrong or to learn something new on the fly. That is why we need not be afraid of the internet or technology because we have a lot of information open to us. So we use that information for our benefit. Some people use it for idleness. We use it for our benefit, promote our business, promote our Jesus, everything. So now we have our file selected. Now we're going to upload. So here we have our TikTok post and we set it to public. We can allow users to comment, duet, or stitch. So we can have people comment on on the the picture. We do a copyright check so that we don't run into any copyright infringements that will cause our video to fall off, right? Or be taken down, right? So because we use original audio, we should not have any copyright issues. So that is the uploading part. And we go and we post. So this is now going to go out into the world. So now we have a video out in the world. Now we can also use this same video because we did our due diligence with the size. We can also upload this video to WhatsApp as well. Even though it's not ideally the WhatsApp format, a square format is the best format for WhatsApp. But this is ideally the format, but we can still upload it to WhatsApp. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to stop sharing. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm now going to upload the same video to WhatsApp, right? So I'm going to share screen. Now, in case you guys are wondering, I am using StreamYard. This is a free stream, well, not free, but free to use for the most part, streaming software. If I pay for it, I can get more options. This software actually allows me to conduct like classes like this, and I can add text to the, like this, banners to the video as it is going through, and update with information, etc. I can invite guests, I can share my screen, so I can have more than one guest on this. It's a very good application if you're doing content creation, especially if you're doing like a podcast or something like that, a video podcast. Now there are multiple ways, multiple software out there like this, but this one I chose it because I was able to stream directly on this free option too. I can stream directly to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So now we are streaming to YouTube, so you can check out StreamYard.com. So I'm promoting them because I am using their stuff. So, and it is easy to use. So again, comes to technology, do not be afraid. Research. Type in what you want in your Google. Have an idea, just type it in and say, how Google, how do I do this? And that is how I got to where I am. It's not because I'm some super tech savvy kind of person, which I kind of am, but I learned the critical thing before I got into computers. Search, research, ask questions. Don't be afraid of technology, and I'm on my way. All right, so now I'm going to share my video to WhatsApp. All right, so I'm gonna put somebody on the spot for this to accept this video, right? So I know Janet is here and I know Vinette is here. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, so I'm gonna share my WhatsApp. All right, so this is my entire screen I'm sharing. So I'm just gonna demonstrate the next steps. So this is my WhatsApp actually up. Now this is a time when I wish I had two computers working with. StreamYard works very well with two computers. One to set up and the other to do the jobs. All right, so because of the lag, I'm being thrown off a little bit, but I'll be back. So anyways, so I choose my file. I'm gonna share this video now with Brother Gail. So now the video is sent to Brother Gail. He can watch it, enjoy it, and do as he wants. All right. So now I've shared my video to TikTok. All right, so I've shared my video to TikTok and I've shared my video to WhatsApp. So just before we go on our 20-minute break, well, this break may be a little bit longer than 20 minutes, but let's just go over quickly. The theme is such a time as this for this digital evangelism workshop. What time is this? We live in a digital age. A lot of people are digital natives, especially our children, and we have to constantly find new ways of promoting not only Christ but promoting our businesses, etc. And we are in collaboration with ASI Jamaica Adventist Lay Services and Industries, the business arm of the Adventist Church, and our motto is sharing Christ in the marketplace. So we share him in a number of ways, physically and digitally as well. Now we have had the pleasure of going through a pandemic that forced a lot of us to embrace mediums like these to share information. So while we are out of the pandemic, let us not abandon the good that we have learned. Now, before we start, we need to establish our communication, our audience, our platforms, who we're gonna reach, and where they are. And we talked about doing our research to find out the best medium, checking out the pros and cons of each platform, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, to choose how we put our message. Our message must be adjusted to our communication goals. So we examine the pros and cons, and it's as simple as just typing in Google pros and cons of Instagram, Facebook, simpler or social media, and we have all the answers at our fingertips. And we did a case study. If you rewind, you see a WhatsApp video with a bread, like a bread thing, a little while back, and we just went through how we broke down and did everything. So we identified audio, pictures, and the file was a video file. So as we went along, we used pictures and audio to create a video. So the pictures came from pexels.com, which is a free pictures website that you can use to do a lot of stuff without paying for it. The audio came from speak.ai. You can type in text to speech, type in your text, and it converts it to speech. And it's free as well. You can download the audio file as an MP3 file, which is a common file use. We put our audio and pictures together to make a video using Headliner app, right? It's a podcast promotion application that puts your picture with, makes an audiogram, which is essentially a picture and a waveform, or a waveform of your audio. Interesting, just to make it interesting. And that is used by podcasters, to album builders, etc. If you're a musician, you can use it to promote your album. You can put up your album picture and just a little snippet of one of your singles, and you're good to go. Or if you have a radio station, you can do the same. Now, some of the tips that we looked at, pro tips, were: one, keep your project within 30 seconds. You do not want to bore your audience. That is for sure. You want to make sure that while they're scrolling, they will stop quickly, but they won't have to linger there too long, because if they linger too long, they're just going to start scrolling again. Second one is use smaller file sizes. Your small size is determined by the length of your audio and the size of the pictures that you use and the video that you download. So once you put them together and you download your video, and you see all the steps coming up. If you rewind, you don't want to burden anybody with your content. You don't want people, you want people to download or access your video the moment it's up, not having to wait on it. But the longer they wait, they lose interest, because time is everything. Doing things in speed grabs their attention quickly like a slap. But if you imagine, if you slap someone in slow motion, they will not get the message or get the slap. So some things have to be done quickly. If you want to get somebody's attention, you don't snap your finger very slowly. It's a quick snap, right? So you can get the attention of whoever, right? So imagine you're doing it very slowly. By the time I got here to do that, you have already been disinterested and you're gone. So we want to implement, I'll call that the SNAP principle. So I'm encouraging you to ask questions in the comment section. Comments are live. I can answer immediately, or at a later date. I can address any issues that you have. If there's a sound issue, please as well make it known in the comment section. Video issue, whatever the issue is. If you hear dogs barking in my background, a lot of dogs outside, so you can say that to: sir, hear a lot of dog and I was distracted at that time. What were you talking about? Go over this for me and I'll do it. All right. And of course, this this workshop will run until it's 10:42 Jamaica time now. It will run until 2 p.m. Whatever time you come in or your invited guests come in, they can always rewind the video and skip back to even from the very beginning, from the prayer, so nobody will miss anything. Or if you don't want to watch it, you're not able to catch it live, you can sit back, relax, and watch it at a later date. All right, so we're using the technology, we're using StreamYard, a very good streaming software that allows us to stream to Facebook and YouTube simultaneously and store it on them too. So, very good software to use. And what makes this possible, because necessity is the mother of invention. Today is, of course, a tropical storm out. A lot of people not probably having issues with electricity and internet. I didn't even foresee this when I came up with the idea. There was another event happening, and a lot of our members, ASI members, could not be able to attend because they were supporting that particular event. So, the idea came to me just to record the session, stream it live on StreamYard, record the session that whenever time they can come in, when they're finished with that event, they can pop over, watch something, and get something out of it. All right. And it works out because the whole tropical storm thing, everywhere is overcast now. So I guarantee you, people will be having problems, just like I'm having problems connecting sometimes with the electricity and the internet. But we have something on record, and that is why we embrace the internet technology and the cloud storage technologies and all of these ease of use application to do our due diligence as evangelists and business owners. So we're moving into our 20-minute break. Maybe a bit longer than 20 minutes. Because something everywhere is overcast now, so I guarantee you people will be having problems, just like I'm having problems connecting sometimes with the electricity. But we have something on record, and that is why we embrace the internet technology and cloud storage technology.
Let's go on the show. Well, Dr. Stephen Van Vliet, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about what the day in the life looks like for a human nutrition researcher.
We're moving into our 20-minute
What does your day start like? Are you doing
longer than 20
fasting?
minutes?
What do your meals look like? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Great, yeah. So usually my day starts early in the morning, usually around 6 a.m. or so. Either go to the gym in the morning to lift weights, and then after that, there's a lot of research participants that are coming. Usually blood draws start around 7:30 or so. So the morning is usually filled with blood draws or placing IVs for our nutrition studies. Usually there's some sort of repeated blood sampling involved in this program. Usually goes everywhere is overcast, so done with that, then I guarantee you people will be having problems. Just like I'm having problems. Emails and brand writing, but have something on record, manuscript writing, or that is why we embrace with analysis and technology and cloud storage technology.
Let's go on the show. Well, Dr. Stephen Van Vliet, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about what the doesn't want to actually know like what the root cause is and what the hell is going on in there. I think this is brilliant. What are the most common health concerns that women are facing today when they come to you? What are you seeing right now?
So most women that are coming to me are definitely experiencing high stress, and stress is definitely the number one symptoms that everyone has in common. And I think, from a year that we just came out of and we're still in, there's just stressful things happening every single day. So that is definitely something that everyone's experiencing, and stress then leads to other symptoms. So the second health concern would be hormonal imbalance. When we're stressed out, the body feels like it's in fight or flight mode, which means that it's not in a relaxed state. And when we are unable to go to a relaxed state within the body, then things start becoming out of whack, right? The body is just trying to focus on survival mode versus thriving. And we want to get you from survival to thriving.
But the story Serena told me said even more. So let me take you back to when Serena was 8 and tagging along when Venus was playing in a local 10 and under tournament. Venus was a prodigy from the start. It was hard for Serena to remember Venus ever losing, and the matches didn't last long. Might be over in 10 minutes. Nobody counted how many games were won against Venus. They counted how many points could be won in a match against Venus. Serena's dad did not believe the younger sister was developed enough to play in a tournament at the time, so he didn't let her. Serena would go and watch. But at this one tournament, she thought, Venus started to play in tournaments when she was 9. I'm almost 9. I should play. So while her dad is with Venus, Serena goes into the office and enters the tournament by herself. She didn't have the entry fee, but everyone knew her as Venus's little sister.
A warm welcome to the podcast on technology and the future of humanity, Kim.
Thanks, Arnon. It's great to be here.
I know that although you started in medical sciences and you have a background in biological chemistry and so on, that you've been really in the world of entrepreneurship and consulting for several years. But I want to ask you to kind of put your science hat back and talk to us a little bit about what's happening in terms of where science meets entrepreneurship. Particularly, let's talk a little bit about synthetic biology, which is kind of, where you have genetic engineering, things like CRISPR, digitization to some extent, because synthetic biology has made such a lot of innovative leaps and bounds in recent years. How much of this is entering the entrepreneurship world, entering the kind of companies that you're looking at, and what would you consider to be the most exciting developments in this field?
She's in REM, and everything seems to be going well. Brain activity is a little high, but well within tolerances. It could just be an indication of an active mind, or a vivid dreamer.
She is a sound sleeper, that much I know. Sometimes I feel like I should put a mirror under her nose to make sure she's still breathing. What is it?
Brain activity is increasing.
Is that a problem?
No. She most likely just got to an exciting part of the simulation. Heart rate is increasing as well. But this is a skydiving simulator, so that's to be expected.
Right.
So, how much has Craig told you about all this?
Just the broad strokes.
Well, if you end up coming aboard formally, there's a lot to explore beyond that. Most of it is pretty opaque to someone who's not a scientist.
Thank you all for joining us, either live or listening to us the very next day as well. It has been a busy week in sports. The NFL season is starting to get into full swing. Some news out of basketball on both men's and women's, and baseball. We're getting into the final hunt for October as well. There's a lot going on. We have plenty to talk about today. I'm once again joined by my co-host Kelsey. And Kelsey, it's been a bit of a rough weekend, especially for you, unfortunately. But we do have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things looking forward to as well.
Yeah, you'd think both of my teams would have lost this week with the way I've been just feeling pretty down about myself lately. But really, only one of them lost, and it was just so heartbreaking. I didn't even have the heart to watch the other team play. I said the Auburn obviously letting me down big time against Penn State, and didn't even have the heart to watch the Dallas Cowboys get the victory over the Bengals, and that was kind of sad, kind of a big bummer. Obviously, still kind of a closet Bengals fan, so it's hard to watch the Bengals lose as well, let alone to the Cowboys, who they shouldn't lose to right now. But yeah, it's been a tough weekend, sports fan wise.
Johnny Depp, I think he's going to end up with what, $8 million because the judge capped it at 10. Yeah. And then he technically pays her $2 million because he also lost his lawsuit. So, I mean, whatever, man.
8 million.
Just whatever, man. Why y'all beating each other up? You should have just broke up and stayed away from each other. Stop it. Y'all stop this now. And I don't, and I know that I'm kind of being jokey about it, but when it comes to abuse in relationships, I know that that's a whole subject that is hard to get into and to really just wrap your mind around. But man, like people, you got to know when enough is enough, man.
Does Amber Heard also have to give Johnny Depp some new bed sheets?
Because something, everywhere is overcast, so I guarantee you people will be having problems, just like I'm having problems connecting sometimes.